I put up a video in which I discussed The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand and how, in order to understand The Fountainhead, understand that novel, you have to understand that it was written as romantic realism, not pure realism or naturalism. And that the characters and incidents are understood to be exaggerated and symbolic. Otherwise, some of the most major incidents really don't make very much sense. Okay, I'm thinking about another case where that's also that also cannot be viewed in realistic terms, and that is Lena Wertmüller's movie Swept Away. I'm not going to talk about the unfortunate remake with Madonna, which was a disaster. Okay, I'm going to talk about the far more successful masterpiece by Lena Wertmüller, Swept Away by an Unusual Destiny in the Blue Sea of August. It was a great film. But some people have seen it as condoning violence against women. You know, a movie written and directed by a woman that condones violence against women. A movie written and directed by a woman that promotes male supremacy. Is it that? Well, again, I think they're looking at the events that occur when the major characters are on the island have to actually be seen as something of a modern day fairy tale. They can't be seen as realistic. If they're seen as a fairy tale, they make sense. There's a kind of taming of the shrew, followed by a male dominant, female submissive BDSM relationship, followed by an actual peeling away. I got that expression from a review in Ms. Magazine, a positive review in Ms. Magazine. A peeling away of sex roles as well as class roles. And then, of course, followed away by their rescue. Okay, now, the events on the island, again, I'll repeat what they were. First it was the taming of the shrew, and then it was a falling in love, a kind of story of BDSM relationship of male dominance, female submission. And finally, before they leave the island, is a kind of peeling away of sex roles as well as class roles altogether. And they kind of become pretty much roughly equal. Okay. But it has to be seen as a fairy tale. And the reason that it has to be seen as a fairy tale, okay, if you look at it from a realistic point of view, it doesn't work. The female is of an age where she could get pregnant. And we're not told that there's any reason she can't get pregnant. They can't access contraceptives on that island, nor can they access a calendar that would help them engage in any natural family planning techniques. And it would obviously could be quite a disaster if she was to get pregnant, have a baby, and how in the world are they going to raise a normal child isolated from everybody in the world, except for the two parents? Another obvious problem is two people on the island, one of them is going to die. The other one, left alone, left without anyone else in the world, would almost certainly go insane from sheer boredom and lack of any, interpersonal feedback. So, you have to look at it as, to a large extent, a fairy tale, because that's what I think Lena Wertmüller intended it to be.